Hey Aries, welcome back to another reading. I'm so glad you're here because what came through today is something I really need to share with you. This reading is specifically for you if you've been sensing that someone who is already in a committed relationship has been thinking about you, maybe even more than they should be. I know this is a delicate topic, but the cards have some really fascinating insights about what's happening energetically between you two. Before we dive in, I just want to say that this reading came through with such clear energy. Sometimes when I shuffle for these kinds of situations, the cards are a bit murky, but not today. Today, the messages were direct and honestly quite intense. So if this resonates with you, that's probably because this is meant for you right now. Alright, so I shuffled asking about this person who is married or committed and what's really going on in their head and heart when it comes to you. The first card that came out is the Hierophant, and honestly, Aries, this is such a powerful card to start with, given the situation we're exploring. The Hierophant traditionally represents commitment, traditional values, marriage, and established structures. So right away, we're seeing the acknowledgement of their commitment. This person is bound by traditional ties, whether that's marriage or a long-term committed relationship. But here's what's interesting about the Hierophant showing up in this position. It's not just telling us that they're committed, it's showing us that this person is deeply aware of their obligations. They know what they signed up for. They understand the vows or promises they made. What I find really fascinating here is that the Hierophant can also represent internal conflict between what we're supposed to do versus what we actually feel. This person likely presents themselves as very proper, very by the book. They might be someone who values their reputation, who cares about what others think, who wants to be seen as honorable and trustworthy. But the appearance of this card in a reading about their thoughts toward you suggests that there's a tension happening. They're feeling something that goes against everything the Hierophant typically stands for. I'm also picking up that this person might be in a relationship that looks good from the outside. You know, the kind where everything appears stable and conventional, where they've checked all the boxes that society tells us we're supposed to check. But the Hierophant here is suggesting that just because something looks right doesn't mean it feels right. This person may have built their life according to external expectations rather than internal truth. And now you've come along, Aries, and you represent something very different from that structured, conventional energy. The Hierophant can also speak to seeking guidance or wisdom, and I'm getting the sense that this person is really struggling with their conscience right now. They might be the type who overthinks everything, who tries to rationalize their feelings, who seeks to understand why they feel this pull towards you when they know they shouldn't. They're probably having a lot of internal conversations trying to make sense of this attraction. Now, let me pull the next card, because I want to understand what it is about you specifically that has this person so captivated. The card that came out is the Empress, and Aries. This explains so much. The Empress is the ultimate divine feminine energy. She represents beauty, sensuality, creativity, abundance, and natural magnetism. When I see the Empress in this context, it tells me that you embody something that this person finds absolutely intoxicating. You have this natural radiance about you, this way of being in the world that feels alive and vibrant and real. The Empress doesn't try to be attractive. She just is. And that's what you're giving off. What this person is drawn to is your authenticity. The Empress is someone who is comfortable in her own skin, who doesn't play games or put on masks. She's nurturing but also powerful. She's soft but also strong. And I think you represent a kind of femininity or energy that feels very different from what they experience in their current relationship. Where their current situation might feel rigid or stale, you feel fresh and vital. The Empress also speaks to creativity and passion, and I'm getting that when this person is around you or thinks about you, they feel inspired. You wake something up in them. Maybe their current relationship has become routine, predictable, more about maintaining appearances than actually connecting. But with you, even if it's just in their mind, they feel that spark of possibility. They feel alive in a way they haven't in a long time. There's also a nurturing quality to the Empress, and I think this person feels genuinely cared for by you in some way. Maybe you've shown them kindness or understanding that they don't get elsewhere. The Empress creates a safe space for growth and authenticity, and this person is drawn to that safety, even as they know engaging with these feelings is anything but safe for their current situation. The sensual aspect of the Empress cannot be ignored either. This person is definitely physically attracted to you. They notice the way you move, the way you laugh, the way you exist in your body. The Empress is earthy and embodied, and there's absolutely a physical component to their obsession. They probably replay moments with you in their mind, imagining what it would be like to explore that attraction fully. Let me pull another card to understand what this person is actually doing with these feelings. The card that came out is the Five of Cups, and this is really telling. The Five of Cups is the card of grief, disappointment, and focusing on what's been lost rather than what remains. When I see this card in relation to this person's actions or state of mind, it tells me that they're experiencing genuine sadness about their situation. They're mourning something, Aries. Maybe they're mourning the connection they can't have with you. Maybe they're mourning the realization that their current relationship isn't what they thought it was or hoped it would be. This person is definitely in their feelings about all of this. The Five of Cups shows someone standing there looking at spilled cups, so focused on loss that they don't notice the two cups still standing behind them. This suggests that this person might be quite melancholic right now. They're dwelling on this situation. They're replaying conversations with you. They're thinking about what could have been if circumstances were different, if they had met you at another time in their life. What's interesting about the Five of Cups is that it's not a card of action. It's a card of emotional processing. So while this person is definitely obsessing over you, they're not necessarily doing anything about it. They're stuck in this space of longing and regret. They might be having a lot of late-night thoughts about you, moments where they're physically present with their partner, but mentally and emotionally somewhere else entirely, thinking about you. I'm also picking up that this person is comparing. The Five of Cups energy often involves comparison between what we have and what we want. They're probably comparing their feelings for you with their feelings in their current relationship. And that comparison is painful because it's highlighting deficiencies they might have been ignoring or tolerating. Meeting you has shown them what they're missing, and now they can't unsee it. This card also suggests that this person is keeping their feelings pretty private. The figure in the Five of Cups is alone with their grief. So while they're thinking about you constantly, they're probably not telling anyone about it. This is their secret sadness, their private longing. They're processing this completely internally, which actually makes the obsession more intense because they have no outlet for these feelings. Let me pull the next card to see what the future holds for this situation. What came out is the Eight of Pentacles. And this is actually quite interesting given everything we've seen so far. The Eight of Pentacles is the card of dedication, skill development, and focused work. It shows someone bent over their workbench, carefully crafting something, paying attention to every detail. In the context of this reading, this card is showing me that this person is actually going to channel their feelings into work or personal development. What I'm getting is that the intensity of their feelings for you, combined with the dissatisfaction in their current situation that you've helped them become aware of, is going to push them toward self-improvement. They might throw themselves into their career. They might start working on themselves physically, emotionally, or spiritually. The Eight of Pentacles suggests a period of dedicated effort toward mastery of something. This could go a few different ways. On one hand, they might be working on themselves because they're hoping that somehow becoming a better version of themselves will eventually lead to a possibility with you. On the other hand, this focused work might be their way of distracting themselves from their feelings for you. Instead of dealing with the emotional complexity of the situation, they bury themselves in tasks and projects. What's interesting is that regardless of their motivation, this period of dedicated work is actually going to be productive for them. The Eight of Pentacles promises tangible results from consistent effort. So they are going to improve in whatever area they're focusing on. They might advance in their career, develop new skills, or gain new perspectives through learning and growth. I'm also picking up that this person is very detail-oriented in how they think about you. The Eight of Pentacles is meticulous. They notice everything about you. They remember small details from your conversations. They pay attention to the little things that make you uniquely you. Their attraction isn't superficial. It's based on really seeing you. Now let me pull another card because I want to understand what advice the cards have for you in this situation. The card that came out is the Queen of Pentacles and Aries. This is such important guidance for you right now. The Queen of Pentacles is grounded, practical, abundant, and secure in herself. She doesn't need anyone to complete her because she's already whole. She's built a beautiful life for herself, and anyone who wants to be in her world needs to add value, not create chaos. This card is telling you to embody Queen of Pentacles energy as you navigate this situation. First and foremost, the Queen of Pentacles is advising you to maintain your independence and self-sufficiency. Don't put your life on hold, waiting for this person to figure out their situation. Don't make yourself available for crumbs of attention while they remain committed to someone else. The Queen of Pentacles has standards and boundaries, and you need to have them too. This card is also about valuing yourself and your time. The Queen of Pentacles knows her worth. She doesn't chase or beg or try to convince anyone of her value. She simply exists in her queenly energy and attracts what's meant for her. So if this person can't step up and offer you a real relationship because of their current commitments, then the Queen of Pentacles energy says to keep living your life, keep building your empire, keep being amazing. There's also guidance here about being practical and realistic. The Queen of Pentacles doesn't live in fantasy. She sees situations clearly. So while it might be flattering to know this person is obsessed with you, you need to be realistic about what that actually means for your life. Are you okay being the person someone thinks about but can't be with? Does that serve your highest good? This card is also encouraging you to focus on your own abundance and growth. Instead of getting caught up in the drama of this person's internal conflict, put that energy into your own goals, your own finances, your own well-being. Build a life so full and rich that whether this person figures out their situation or not becomes almost irrelevant because you're already living your best life. Let me pull one final card to see the ultimate outcome of this situation. The card that came out is the Ace of Pentacles. And honestly, Aries, this is really hopeful. The Ace of Pentacles represents new beginnings in the material world, solid opportunities, and the seed of something real and tangible. In the context of this reading, this card suggests that there is potential for something genuine to develop, but it would need to be built on a solid foundation, not on fantasy or deception. What the Ace of Pentacles is showing me is that if this situation is meant to evolve into something real, it would only happen if this person deals with their current commitment honestly and completely. The Ace of Pentacles doesn't support anything shady or built on unstable ground. It represents the beginning of something that has real potential to grow and flourish, but only if it started in the right way. For you, Aries, the Ace of Pentacles is promising that you will have opportunities for real, solid, grounded love coming into your life. Whether that's with this person after they've sorted out their situation properly, or with someone entirely new who is actually available, the Ace of Pentacles says you're not going to be stuck in fantasy or unavailable connection land forever. Something real is on the horizon. What I love about the Ace of Pentacles as a final card is that it's full of potential and promise. It's the seed that contains everything needed to grow into something beautiful, but it needs the right conditions, the right timing, and the right care. This situation with this person might be that seed, but only if it's planted in soil that's been properly prepared, meaning only if they handle their current situation with integrity. So Aries, to bring this all together, yes, this person who is married or committed absolutely cannot stop thinking about you. The Hierophant showed us they're very aware of their commitments and the conflict they're feeling. The Empress revealed that they're drawn to your authentic, abundant, magnetic energy. The Five of Cups showed us they're dwelling in sadness and regret about the situation. The Eight of Pentacles indicated they're channeling these feelings into self-improvement and focused work. The Queen of Pentacles advised you to maintain your independence and standards. And the Ace of Pentacles promised that real opportunity for solid, genuine connection is possible, but only if things are handled with complete integrity. This is a complex situation, and I want you to remember that you deserve to be someone's clear and obvious choice, not their secret obsession. If this person truly values you the way the cards suggest, they'll do what needs to be done to be with you properly. But in the meantime, be the Queen of Pentacles. Live your life fully, maintain your standards, and trust that the Ace of Pentacles has something truly good in store for you. I hope this reading brought you some clarity. If this resonated with you, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. And remember, you're worthy of a love that's open, honest, and fully available to you.